Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. So, raining this afternoon. It's Monday afternoon for me. You guys know how this works. Raining this afternoon, but Mrs. P and I got some plants put in. So I think we did our broccoli, our cauliflower, our Brussels sprouts, our cucumbers, and then a couple of you folks had sent me some tomato seeds that I am planting. So I'll have a little tomato competition between all these tomatoes here. So that should be fun. And then somebody else sent me some scarlet runner beans that we're going to plant when beans go in, and then some gem squash, which I'm kind of interested in. Those apparently come from South Africa, so that'll be kind of fun. But that was kind of what we were doing in the preps today. And other than that, it's regular work. But now that it's raining outside, I thought I'd come in and give you a little bit here. Now, I know we have a whole bunch of new people to the channel, and welcome to everybody. I'm glad you're here. Some of you may have gone back and watched some old videos, some may have not, and I'm not going to rehash an old video, but I'm going to kind of give you a little history lesson, if you will. And occasionally I get into comparing some of the things that are going on currently to what's going on in history. Now, I know the audience here, if you will, the family, is pretty diverse in regards to age. I mean, we're anywhere from those in their 20s all the way to well into their 70s and 80s. So some of you may be old enough to actually remember this one, but some of you may not. And so I wanted to kind of explain a little bit to you. So I want to take you back to September 29th, 1959, and a speech that was made. And it's real short, but I'm going to read it to you. Okay. Your children's children will live under communism. You Americans are so gullible. No, you won't accept communism outright, but we will keep feeding you small doses of socialism until you finally wake up and find you already have communism. We will not have to fight you. We will so weaken your economy until you fall like overripe fruit into our hands. The democracy will cease to exist when you take away from those who are willing to work and give to those who would not. Sound familiar? You could say that quote was made 2 weeks ago. Okay? But like I said, that's September 29th, 1959 by Nikita Khruhschev. Okay? So Soviet premier at the time. I say this because this is the path that we are on in this country. Okay? And whether or not you believe it or not, that sums it up 60 some odd years ago, when you are taking from the people willing to work and giving it to the people not willing to work. That's the United States right now. Okay. We are looking at the stimulus checks, round 3, that's all coming out. Okay. And I mean, I guess there's all this panic now with all the people who decided, well, I'm not going to pay my rent for a year because there's a moratorium, and I'm not going to pay my mortgage because there's a moratorium, and Joe Biden will save us. Well, yeah, the stimulus bill includes, if you do the math on it, about $1,000 in assistance for anybody that's behind in their rent. Think about that. I told you guys a couple of weeks ago when I did the video on get ready for the Marauders to come. The average person as of the 1st of March was $8,400 in arrears. Okay. They get $1,000. Cool. Where's the other $7,400 come from? All right. So they're all going to be screaming, where's mine? Where's mine? I need more. I need more. I need more. Except, of course, we have all these people who were working, went out and bought TVs, new cars. New car sales are doing great, guys. If you haven't noticed that, people going out taking their stimulus checks and buying cars. Bitcoin doing great. Why? Articles all over the place. They're expecting roughly 30% of the stimulus check that's supposed to be passed out this week to be put in the stock market. Okay. That's not exactly what the intent was. Now, if you also do the math on all 3 of these bailout packages, if you will, if you take the $6 trillion and break it out to what they could have done with this, okay, as opposed to what was done with it, they could have given every American $41,200 and some odd dollars. Did you get $41,200? I'm betting you didn't. Okay. You got, what was it, $2,400 the first time? or I'm sorry, that was for a couple. So it's $1,200 the first time, $600 the second time, and I guess it's $1,400 this time. So what's that? $3,200. Where'd the other $38,000 per person go to? Oh, that went for the Kennedy Center. That went for gender studies in Pakistan. That went to buy cars and car insurance for transgender people or homosexual people in Asia somewhere or something like that. There was so much freaking money wasted in all of this. Nobody got any help. Certainly not enough for the people that wound up losing their jobs and everything of the sort. Okay, nobody got any help. All right. We wasted a bunch of money. We added something like $60,000 per taxpayer to the burden that is on each one of us. They gave us this pittance of $3,000, okay, which, you know, maybe that put beans and rice in somebody's belly, but that was certainly didn't pay their bills, okay. And oh, by the way, just in case you didn't see the news that came out today, the next thing the Democrats are planning on now is a tax hike for 2022 to raise somewhere between $2 and $4 trillion a year because we have to pay for the Green New Deal. Okay. So yes, congratulations for the nice stimulus check that you got. You just got higher taxes, a bigger tax burden, and no help. Okay. So this is what I'm saying about Khrushchev's comment here. All right. Where we get into taking from those who want to work and giving to those who don't. That's kind of what path we're heading on, okay? So now, if you go through, you know, if any of you guys are familiar with Saul Alinsky, Rules for Radicals, you know, the person that Barack Obama literally bowed down to, you know, was the playbook, okay? This is what it takes for complete control. There's 8 steps to this. And I want to walk you through each one of them to tell you exactly where we're headed here, okay? Number 1, healthcare, okay? If you control healthcare, you control the people. Well, for the last, 13 years now, we've been under this debacle called Obamacare, all right? Affordable Care Act, that was the biggest crock in the world because insurance rates tripled, coverage got worse, okay? But now there's so many people beholden to the government for your health care, all right? So that was the first one. Number 2, poverty, okay? Increase the poverty level as high as possible. Poor people are easier to control and will not fight back if you're providing everything for them. Sound like what's going on now? Okay. Gee, we'll give you more unemployment. We'll give you stimulus checks. You know, we're training you for UBI. And so hence we're going to keep you in poverty. Like I've said forever, okay, we're going to a feudalistic society. You have the elites and the paupers. Guess what? We're all the paupers. Number 3, debt. Increase the debt to an unsustainable level. That way you are able to increase taxes and this will produce more poverty. What did I just say? We're $30 trillion in debt, guys, as a country, all right? We have an unsustainable amount of debt in the United States. That way you will be able to raise taxes. Gee, great. Nobody has a job right now. People are underemployed or unemployed. People can't pay their bills because the idiots in Washington have shut down everything. Okay, so let's raise taxes. There's a great idea. Okay. Number 4, gun control. Hello, Dianne Feinstein. What did you just put up yesterday? You want to ban, 150 different firearms? I mean, the next thing I know, it's going to be illegal to have a straw and a spitball. So we could turn into, I don't know, Canada, Australia, where hell, you're not allowed to carry a knife that's got more than a 3-inch blade on it. Okay. Number 5, welfare. Take control of every aspect, food, housing, and income of their lives because that will make them fully dependent on the government. We're already there, guys. Number 6, education. Take control of what people read and listen and take control of what children learn in school. We all know for the last 30 years, schools have turned into indoctrination centers, okay? Take control of what people read and listen to. Gee, I don't know. Anybody turned on the TV lately? Can't find anything but the propaganda party line. Turned on anything like, I don't know, Facebook, YouTube, Parler, oh, there's one. Gab, I don't know, Instagram. Boy, if you have anything that doesn't bow down and kiss the feet of Joe Biden, guess what? You're gone. Okay, simple as that. Number 7, religion. Remove the belief of God in God from the government and schools because people need to believe only in the government knowing what is best for the people. War and religion? Gee, we haven't seen that in the United States in, 20, oh, I don't know. Let's see. It's been going on pretty much my entire life. You can't put a Christmas tree out on city property. You can't say Merry Christmas, anything like this. I mean, pick one, it's like no longer can, you have Good Friday as a holiday. It's got to be, something else, named something else. They've been trying to take religion away from us forever. Okay. So we're through 7. You see where I'm going here? We're on number 8, guys. Class warfare. Divide the people into wealthy and the poor. Eliminate the middle class. This will cause more discontent and it will be easier to tax the wealthy with the support of the poor. Bingo! That's exactly what we're going on, except we've got 2 different ways of going it. We've got class welfare, destroying the middle class, rich and poor, like I said, elites and paupers. We also have red and blue, okay? But cause more discontent and make it easier to tax the wealthy with the support of the poor. Now, like I just said, Biden's plan to raise taxes in 2022. Oh, we're going to repeal the moratorium on the estate tax. Means, okay, farmers and everything, you want to pass your farm on down to the kids. Guess what? The kid's going to have to sell the farm because they can't pay the taxes. Okay. We're going to tax people making over $400,000. Okay. Not that I'm saying I complaining about that. Okay. Yes, the rich need to pay their fair share. Okay. They need to pay something, all right? When Amazon's not paying any taxes, when GE's not paying any taxes, there's a real problem with the tax law, okay? When Warren Buffett says he pays less in taxes than his secretary, yeah, there's some real problem with the tax law. Ron Paul, where are you again? We need that freaking 10% flat tax, the end, okay? This is what needs to be done, guys, fixing stuff. But I'm going to go right back again to Khrushchev, all right? Democracy will cease to exist when you take away from those who are willing to work and give to those who would not. Welcome to the United States in 2021. That is exactly what the government is doing and exactly what you guys need to prep for, because they're going to try to take everything away from as many people as they can. And as they keep taking it away from people, more and more are going to move into the concrete jungle in the city where they can get their stimmy checks and their UBI, and they can live in their little 100 square foot apartment that the government's going to pay for. And the few of us that prepare, okay, the 1%ers, which we actually are, okay, there's about 1% of the population that preps, okay, so we're 1%ers. We'll actually be the ones having a life without somebody having, a boot on our neck. But that is what you are prepping for, guys, and that is what the enemy is, okay? Yeah, it's the World Economic Forum, but yeah, it's also your government in Washington, because this is exactly what they are doing to you, both left and right. If you think they give a damn about you, you are sadly mistaken. Pinball out.